You're watching WFXR News at noon.
Welcome back. Our heart health as Americans isn't looking good, according to researchers. In fact, only 1 in 5 have excellent heart health. About 3 in 5 have hearts in moderate shape, and a fifth of Americans have the more alarming low heart health.
And those results come after looking at things like diet, physical activity, sleep, and more. Well, now there's a new roadmap to living heart healthy. Joining us live is Dr. Donald Lloyd-Jones, president of the American Heart Association. Dr. Lloyd-Jones, thanks for joining us today. First off, the American Heart Association has had a checklist to measure heart health. What is the new key factor that's being added to this?
Well, you're exactly right. Since 2010, we've been focused on an original Life's Simple 7: diet, physical activity, smoking, weight, cholesterol, blood pressure, and blood sugar. But just this week, we've updated that checklist to include sleep health as the new kid on the block that's really important for optimal heart and brain health.
Now, when it comes to sleep, how many hours should we aim for, and what's the optimal amount of hours for heart health?
Yeah. Well, based on the science, there appears to be kind of a Goldilocks space. Not too much, not too little, just right. Appears to be about 7 to 9 hours on most nights for adults. And it's even more actually for kids, down to as much as 10 to 16 hours per day, including naps for kids that are 2 to 5 years old.
It's way more than I actually expected. And there are new ways the AHA is scoring other health factors. Can you tell us about that?
Well, that's right. Not only did we add sleep to this construct of Life's Essential 8, but we also went back and we made sure that, the way we score a healthy diet, a healthy eating pattern really reflects what's available to Americans in our contemporary society. So again, though, lots of focus on fruits and vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins. We've also rescored so we can give credit to people for the amount of physical activity and the types of physical activity they do in terms of minutes per week of moderate to vigorous activity. And then importantly, we've also added nicotine exposure like vaping, but also secondhand smoke. So we really capture the full aspects of nicotine exposure and their effects on health.
Now, Dr. Lloyd-Jones, we know that you have a tool to help everyone keep track of how their lifestyle is impacting heart health. Can you tell us about that and how we can find it?
Sure. So really encourage people who want to know more about Life's Essential 8. They can go to the American Heart Association website at heart.org. Just that simple, heart.org. And they can actually take their own Life's Essential 8 assessment, get their cardiovascular health score by answering a few questions, and then they can click through to really great content so they can try to work on improving those things that might need a little bit of help to improve their heart and brain health overall.
Oh, very great information, Dr. Donald Lloyd-Jones, president of the American Heart Association. Thanks so much for speaking with us today.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.